Hi everybody, my name is Sally and I'm a mixed media artist in Australia, and today we're drawing skulls in my sketchbook, so let's go. Hello everybody. I gotta tell you, going back to once a week uploads, it feels like ages since I uploaded my last video. Like that week went quite slow, or maybe it didn't, and it just feels like I haven't checked in with everybody. I don't know. But I was just feeling like this week that I needed to get back onto the neon goth train, and I needed to do a sketchbook spread that was just skulls. And I wanted to practice my human skulls, but I also wanted to add in some animal skulls this time. So I grabbed my collection of paint markers. Now I've got some Poscas that I'd purchased, but I also have a bunch of random paint markers that I've gotten from art subscription boxes. They're just really easy and sort of mess-free way to paint your sketchbook. So the first skull that I did there was a tiger skull, and I did that using the Edding acrylic paint marker in, what was the color of that one? Traffic Yellow. And then my next skull here is also using the Edding paint marker, and that color here is pastel green. So what I decided to do was color the skulls in color, and then I used navy blue and black and later on blue paint markers to do outline and shading, just using like line hatching, but all lines in one direction. You can see what I'm doing. I don't know if there's like a name for that kind of shading, but I've been doing this kind of style a little bit recently and I've been really liking it, and I thought it would work well with this sketchbook page. So the third skull is a goat skull, and I'm using the Pilot Pintor paint marker in neon green. These neon paint markers, they came in a scroller box last year, I think, and they're so fantastic. I've used them heaps. So just colouring in the skulls and leaving some white areas for the highlights, and then going over the top and adding the shading with the darker colour. So this one I'm just using a Posca in black, and the tiger skull I used for the outline a Posca marker in navy blue. My fourth skull and the last skull for this left side of the page, I coloured this using the Karin pigment deco brush in curry. And I kind of wish I hadn't have done the sketch. This was sort of like a late addition to the page. I did all the sketching the night before, and I had to go over the crease of the page there, which I didn't really love, but it's just a sketchbook, it doesn't matter. And then I decided to grab just a highlighter that I had and just pop some color around the background there. So I decided that I wanted this left side of the page to be like yellows and greens, and then the right side of the page was going to be pinks and reds and oranges, that sort of thing. So that's the way I sort of laid it out. I've been trying to practice skulls in different positions, so as a way to practice anatomy, and I saw a reference of this skull that was lying on its side, but it was sort of photographed from underneath, and it was so difficult to draw it accurately. And all I think when I look at this is that it looks like a stormtrooper helmet to me. I don't know, I don't think it was very successful, but you know, it was a bit of practice. I did that one in the Karin deco brush marker in pink, and I outlined and did the shading in a Posca marker in blue. And this one is a cat skull, and I do think that the cats were the most successful, like the tiger and the cat were the most successful skulls of the whole spread. So I used a Posca pen in coral pink for the color, and then I outlined in the Posca in navy blue. And then my big neon pink skull, this was using the Pilot Pintor paint marker in neon red. There goes a cat. So how's everyone doing? Like, honestly, it feels like weeks ago that I uploaded my last video. And it's been really nice to have a bit of extra time to spend getting all my videos ready for when I'm away in a couple of weeks. So that's really exciting. I've got lots of cool things coming up. So always happy to hear your suggestions on what kind of videos you'd like me to make, what you'd like to see, or else I'll just keep drawing skulls. But I did need to break out of the Barbie hold that she had on me. So back to skulls. And that pink skull I think was really successful. I really like that one. Sorry for my camera going in and out of focus here. I'm using the Curran Deco brush again to paint this little skull, and that color is mango. And then I'm using the blue Posca to outline and do the shading. And I like the contrast of these two colors together. And then my last skull for this spread is a raven. Again, using the pigment deco brush in orange red. And then the navy to outline. And I think the raven skull was successful as well. And then because I'd used the peachy highlighter on the green skulls, I thought I'd use a yellow. So we've got contrasting backgrounds. And I just put some splotches of color behind them, and that's the spread. So this was really fun. I really like the way this whole spread looks. I think the cat skulls were the most successful, and I definitely want to practice some more of them. So let me know which is your favorite skull from this page. Should I keep drawing skulls? I kind of like drawing skulls. Feel free to like this video if you liked this video, and consider subscribing to my channel. Thank you so much for being here. It's really good to be uploading a video again. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.